Describe soccer in your youth and high school days. What did you learn about the game and yourself back then?
Well, like reflecting back on it now, I don't think I learned as much as I would have enjoyed. I was just super athletic and I ran a lot and just kind of bullied people and winning the tackles. And I don't know if I really understood the game as much as I did now, as much as I do now. But the one thing I did take away was how competitive the next level was, like playing at Crossfire and then moving into college. It was definitely something I wasn't used to from coming from a small high school. So it was definitely a big change, but it was an eye-opener, a good eye-opener.
Everyone is wondering, this is the amazing individual that did all my recordings. She's my girlfriend, believe it or not. I know, she's out of my league, but she's awesome. Her name's Danae, and yeah, I appreciate her so much. Thanks, bye.
Describe your style of play, skill set, and what gets you psyched to compete.
Gosh, I'm gonna say I'm a little bit of a hybrid. I'm a forward now. I play like a number 9. I can hold up the ball really well. I'm tough to knock off the ball. People underestimate my smaller size and they take that as a weakness, but honestly, I'm one of the toughest players to knock off the ball. But also at the same time, I have the pace of like a winger, like a 7 or a number 11. People think I'm slow, but hey, that ball goes over you, it's going to be a foot race, so you better be fast. My game's changed quite a bit. I was a defender growing up, converted to a forward. I can still play defense. Last year I played defense for the last 4 games of the season that won us our championship, and I was there to fill in for other individuals who were injured or weren't there anymore. But yeah, I would say I'm a utility player. When I was younger, my pace and my physicality and my willingness not to give up, what's really carried me. And over the time, getting better with my feet, being good on my left and my right foot, having a better touch, not the best touch, but a better touch, has really changed my game, where I'm not having to fight for everything as hard as I used to, and be a little bit more creative.
1, 2, 3, Steelheads!
No, he collected all the jerseys. What? He collected all the jerseys.
Hey, I'll put it. Put it inside or?
When did you know that you wanted to play for as long as your body would let you? And how hard has it been to keep that goal?
Man, I think once I started really learning the game and the more technical side of it, instead of just running around with my head cut off, that was probably around 22, 23. So that's probably when I figured it out that I wanted to keep playing as long as I could. Didn't really hit me till this last year at 30, I'm 31 now, that it has taken a toll on my body. A lot of people joke with me that I'm not old, but I've been doing this since I was 4, so I've put a lot of mileage on my knees, my bones. Thankfully, I've been pretty healthy for the most part, no major injuries, knock on some wood, but I think it's catching up on me, so it's definitely harder. Right now, especially not playing soccer in almost 2 months, it's been tough, and I've had to find other ways to stay fit, so it's a lot harder when you get older, that's for sure.
Blooper number 2, I keep him fit. I force him to do my workouts. You started the Arlington Aviators and then the Snohomish County FC Steelheads. What are some experiences from those beginnings?
Yeah, well, with Arlington Aviators, I wouldn't say I started it. I just gave Phil Bartlow the idea of having our own semi-pro indoor team, and currently it was the PASL, but now it's the WISL. But yeah, Phil gets a lot of credit for that. He was the backbone. He wrote the checks. He provided the facility. He was the coach. He was a great man. For anyone that doesn't know, Phil lost his battle with cancer a few years ago. He's been really involved with the community. He is an amazing father. He was a great mentor to me, and I'm sure that he would be a part of the Steelheads if he was still around. But with the Steelheads, yeah, that was definitely a tough journey, especially starting as the general manager and now just being the event coordinator. Took a step back just because I wanted to keep playing and separate myself from any kind of power position that people would think that, oh, you know, he's the GM, he has to play, or he started the team, he has to play. And that hasn't been it at all. Our coach, our GM, David and Dodgy, they have done such a great job that keeping us on track and keeping the players working hard for what we've achieved, especially last year with our championship. But the biggest takeaway I would take from it all, you need people that are dedicated and want to build a program for the future, which that's something I would like for us to have. And this wouldn't be a success story without David, Dodgy, and a lot of the individuals behind the scenes that don't get full credit. Yeah.
Why should fans respect and support elite amateur athletes that have 9-to-5 jobs?
Yeah, I would say, just my personal opinion, there's a reason why I like college football more than I like professional football. I think those college athletes are playing for a little bit more than just money, which, for the most part, they aren't making money. But you see their passion, you see how much they enjoy going out there fighting for their school, and I kind of flip that to the amateur side. It's given individuals that have, might not have been able to make it to the next level for whatever reason, that being they didn't get to the colleges that they're supposed to, injuries, whatever it might be. But you see a different level of passion than I think you see from actual professional athletes, which, don't get me wrong, they have amazing, passion for what they do. But it's nice to see just the average Joe out there, 9 to 5, they go to work, they get off work, they got to go train. After they get done with training, sometimes those trainings are super late at night. If you look at the indoor side of it, sometimes we're practicing until 11, midnight, and then we get up, go to work, do it all over again, and it's tough. So, watching those athletes play, you see a lot of passion out of them. You see individuals striving to play at a higher level. So yeah.
What would you like to see for the future of the Steelheads and soccer in general in Snohomish County?
With the Steelheads, I would definitely like to see us compete in the U.S. Open Cup. That would be awesome, and I would have a lot of pride in seeing a team that I helped start, make it to that level, maybe even further. The biggest thing that we need to do in Snohomish County is come together and build one big program. It's great having multiple programs in the area, but at the same time, I think it's gonna be a roadblock to getting us to the next level. There's a lot of creative minds out there, a lot of talent, a lot of coaches, and a lot of people that want to go their own way. But I think if everyone wants to see this program succeed to the next level, USL or even beyond that, then we really need to come together and come up with a game plan to form that. And, you know, I know it's probably not going to happen in my time, but maybe further down, we have high school players on our team. We have a couple guys that have just gone to D2, D1 schools, and those individuals might look for something like that. And if we could provide that, that would be great. Yeah.